What's up, y'all? So, here I is. And I'm in traffic, leaving, from getting my COVID vaccine that I said I was not gonna do. So I did it. Now, first, let me tell y'all, I was not gonna get this vaccine for some time because I personally feel like there's still way too many unknowns. And I just wanted to kind of wait it out and see how if y'all hear this, I call it Puerto Rican music. I'm in Orlando area, so that's what you get in traffic in Orlando area. But anyway, so yeah, I wasn't gonna get the vaccine because it's way too many questions, way too many unknowns, and I just kind of wanted to see how everything was gonna play out. Some of the questions that I had, number one, like everybody else, is what are the side effects? Like, I don't want to get the vaccine and die, obviously, or have any type of permanent damage from trying to save my life. So I kind of wanted to wait it out for that. Another question that I had that I felt like it's not answered yet is, how long does the vaccine last? Is it something like we're gonna have to get these 2 shots every year? Is it you get these 2 shots and then that's it? You get one every 10 years? You don't need a little booster? Like, let me know. And some of these questions just have not been answered yet. So another question that I have, because I do go into nursing homes, is if I get this COVID vaccine, especially during this time of getting the shots, will I test positive for COVID, because of the vaccine, and have to be out of work? So that's something that crossed my mind, and I haven't really seen anything on that, just in case I start having symptoms or whatever. I don't want to falsely, test positive, and then I got to sit out of work because I want my money. I need my money. So anyway, those are just some of the questions that I had. And when I first saw in the news that Pfizer's vaccine had a side effect of Bell's palsy, I was like, it made me just kind of like, I don't want Pfizer's vaccine. I know that might sound ignorant because everything has side effects. Medications have side effects. All kinds of things have side effects. And we know it's probably going to have some side effects, obviously. And it really is a small percentage who, out of everybody that got the Pfizer vaccines, of the people who actually had the side effects of Bell's palsy. So they say. We really don't know what the percentage is truly, because I feel like they hide things sometimes. But in the big picture, it seems that the Bell's palsy side effect is just a very small percentage. So, but from that point on, I was like, I don't want Pfizer's vaccine. I'll take Moderna's, because I really didn't see anything in the news or anything about Moderna's vaccine. Granted, I do know, again, anything can have side effects. So, I saw a lot of my old ER co-workers, former co-workers, posting getting their vaccines, and a lot of them thankfully were posting updates about day 2, nothing going on, just some soreness at the injection site, and that's about it. And one of the physicians that I work with, who is an older woman who has pre-existing conditions, went and got her COVID vaccine and nothing. She's fine. At least shot number 1. I haven't seen anything about, after shot number 2 yet. So then I started seeing on my Facebook timeline young people dying of COVID. Now, I know this has been going on. I know this has been happening all over the world. But it has not been on my timeline, which means that it's close. Just a few degrees of separation. So I'm like, I don't want to be dead in 2 weeks. Like, I don't want to be living it up, laughing and whatever, and then next week I'm dead. Like, that's how COVID.
In 1,000 feet, use the right 2 lanes to exit right to exit 62, Disney World, Celebration.
So, I don't know how to turn this off, but we gonna have to turn this off. Let me figure this out, hold on. Alright, so yeah, I had to turn off the GPS, so I really don't need it. I was only using it so I can go to this hospital that I got my COVID shot. So, yeah. I started thinking COVID has gotten to the point that everyone is likely gonna know someone who has died from COVID. Not who has had COVID, but who has died from COVID. And I don't know anyone within my circle, within my friends and family, who has died from COVID. And I don't want to be that person. I don't want anybody in my family to be, to happen to anybody in my family. So I do know that there's a lot of people within my family or within my network that they want my opinion on this vaccine. So I felt like, in a way, it was one of the responsible things for me to do to get the vaccine and to share my experience. So that's kind of what I'm doing here now. And y'all gonna think I'm crazy when I tell y'all what I'm gonna tell you, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. So the doctor that I work with was strongly encouraging me to get the vaccine. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because even on the way to work, me and my husband had a long conversation, and I feel like it was, it was just heavy on me. I need to get the vaccine. So I made the appointment online today, went over and got it. I drove over to a hospital in Orlando and got it done. And the first thing that kind of like struck me as odd was, this is a new vaccine. We don't know what's gonna happen with this vaccine. We don't know nothing about nothing technically, and they just let me walk out. And I'm thinking to myself, what if I go on an anaphylactic shock? My dumb ass. I'm just scared anyway. But I walked out, with my head up, inside. I was like, what the fuck? And but anyway, so I kind of sat in the parking lot for a few minutes. I'm trying to get this sun out of my face. So anyway, this is kind of like a, what you want to call it, bootleg YouTube video, because I'm just throwing this together for y'all. But anyway, I sat in the car and I actually posted a video on my Instagram, which goes over to my Facebook, and I sat in the car and made that video about why I felt like, let me just go ahead and get the shot, because I really had told everybody like, nah, I ain't getting that shot, and explain what I just explained to y'all. Like, I don't want to be dead in 2 weeks. I don't want to be dead in a week. I want to be here for my kids. My husband, So as after I made the video and I'm sitting there, I swear to God, now this could definitely be my mind playing tricks, but I swear to God, my arm, I felt like, I don't know, like tingling going down my arm, and it was not very significant. It was very kind of like faint, but I'm like, do I feel tingling down my arm? So I'm looking at my arm because I'm expecting to see like hives or something. I don't see anything at all. My arm is fine, but I swear to God, I'm like, oh my God, I am about to have some type of anaphylactic shock happening. So I sat there a little longer in the parking lot, and I was like, let me just go home, because I done drove way over here to Ocoee, which is like, I don't know what you want to call it, like a suburb of Orlando, and it is not near my home. And I was like, I need to get closer to my husband. Mind you, you see me now, and nothing is wrong with me, but still, this is where I am with it. And then, so I'm like, my husband is a photographer. Some of y'all may have remembered that from my videos or from my other social media. So he is in a photo shoot, like, right now. And I can't really talk to my husband, I swear the left side of my face felt like funny. So I'm like, okay, I am really having like anxiety, or I'm having something. But it was just a little bit of like tingliness, I mean so faint that I can just feel the difference. And so I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to have Bell's palsy. Now y'all see me, I ain't got no Bell's palsy. I already had a crooked smile anyway, but it's the same crooked smile. So I don't know. I'm fine. My face is fine. I don't have any type of, outward, side effects, nothing major. My right arm truly does feel funny. And I feel like if I look at my arm, I'm gonna see hives, but I don't see anything when I look down. It just feels I don't know, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say it's a 1. It just feels a little funny. And I think that's okay. Like, it's okay. I would like to see what's going to happen in the next 3 days. That's what I really want to see. But I'm going to tell y'all something that I learned about the COVID vaccine and about this new mutation that really has added to my skepticism with the vaccine. Mind you, of course, as you know, I got it anyway, but one day one of the physicians that I work for was like, can you look up to see if the mutation is on the spiky proteins? I didn't know what the hell she was talking about, because I don't work in infectious disease, and I know how to treat things, but I've never really studied COVID down to its structure, and I'm not ashamed to say that. So I looked up mutation spiky protein, and so basically this newer mutation in the UK that has been circulating, I think it's been a week and a half now. One of the articles said that they were not sure if the mutation, or like it's possible that the mutation was on the spiky proteins. So these vaccines target the point of attachment. The spiky protein is where, and I hope I'm explaining this correctly, because mind you, I don't work in ID. I'm not an infectious disease nurse practitioner. So basically what she was saying, that spiky protein is where the COVID attaches to the cell, and the vaccine prohibits that from happening, that attachment. And if the mutation is on the spiky protein, then the vaccine basically does not work on this mutated COVID virus. So that's another thing that made me feel like getting the vaccine is it pointless? And I think that COVID is going to be a hell of a lot like the flu, meaning it has so many different mutations that they may have to come up with this vaccine annually. That's my take on it. But we will see. Will I get the COVID vaccine annually? If it's 2 shots, the answer's probably gonna be no. If it's 1 shot like the flu, I might go ahead and do that. I will probably take the rest of the day off. But I really want to know, do you guys plan on getting the COVID vaccine? If you do, let me know why. If you don't plan on getting the COVID vaccine, let me know why in the comment section below. And I'm sorry about this janky YouTube video, but I really wanted to capture this moment because I just left and I'm not even home yet from getting the COVID vaccine. So I will follow up with you guys, especially after the 2nd shot, which is January 27th, because from what I hear, that is the shot that may actually cause the symptoms like the body aches and the flu-like symptoms. So we'll see. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I know I ain't hear that much, but subscribe anyway, y'all. And we'll talk later. Bye.